Hey, what's up everybody? Again, this is Ethan Shapiro, founder of Create Change Realty. And last time I checked, it has been a little less than 3 years. Ooh, it's gonna be kind of loud. I am under Arapahoe Avenue in Boulder, Colorado. Let's run through this bridge real quick. It has been multiple years, almost 3 years since I did a vlog video. So I thought it'd be a good time to do an update video. So for anyone who's been following this journey through the amazing scenery of Boulder, Colorado, I used to do these vlogs actually every single week. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for following my journey. So it'll be the end of my 6th year in business, believe it or not, around this August. So for those of you who kind of don't know my story, I'll recount it real quick. I started a real estate brokerage about 6 years ago now called Climate Change Realty, where we represent people on the purchase and sale of homes. And then I've pledged to donate 50% of the company profits to support environmental action. And get out of breath real quick, running and vlogging. So I did that for a long time. Since we started the business, we've donated $94,000. So if you go back to some of my older videos, I had some loftier goals, but help people buy and sell houses, earn real estate commissions, and then donate 50% of the company profits. A couple years ago, I rebranded, or actually no, this year, technically, I rebranded to Create Change Realty because as time has gone on, I've learned lots and lots of lessons about business and about how to work with people and about how to effectively create change in the world. And the more and more time I've spent in business, the more and more I've realized it's about you. It's not about me. So now I let my clients choose whatever nonprofit they want, and that's where we donate the 50%. So for those of you who just want to hear a quick recap of my story, I got started in real estate right as COVID started, and I built my whole business just going out and door knocking every single week. I just rocked up to a $5 million house in Boulder, knocked on the door, and was like, hey, I'm Ethan Shapiro, the Climate Change Realtor. If you sell your house with me, we'll donate 50%. Every day, over and over and over. $5 million house, $1 million house, $2 million house, $800,000 condo. I spent most of 2020, in between lockdowns, just door knocking and door knocking and door knocking like crazy. I was just looking at the numbers. Between June of 2020 and July of 2021, I spoke to 3,500 people. So I've been just kind of going back and looking through those details. 2021, door knocking. 2022, I tried to pivot and create like a digital branch to my business. And I spent almost 6 months just working on this project that I ended up not bringing to fruition. But I was just a knocking machine. So you can go back on this channel and look at my old vlogs and see that I'm talking about accountability. How many doors did I knock on this week? How many people did I talk to? And that's just how I got my whole business started. At the end of 2022, I started door knocking specifically on condos in Boulder. I really started niching down into condos. And I think that was where I left off on these vlogs. Basically, recap, 2020, I sold no real estate. 2021, I think I sold like 3 properties. 2022, I think I sold maybe 4. And then that's kind of where the vlogs left off. Since then, oh boy, have many things changed. So I am here at East Campus in wonderful Boulder, Colorado, right next to where I live now, which is at the Peloton. So since then, 2023 was my best year in business. That would be year 4, if I'm not mistaken. I sold 9 properties, mostly condos, and 2023 is the year where I stopped knocking on doors and I started making cold calls. So you can imagine me, this guy, sitting in an office with an auto dialer, be like, hello, James? Yeah, hey, James, this is Ethan Shapiro with CCR Real Estate. How you doing? Oh, good, man, too. Enjoying the weather out there? I've learned so much, copied all these scripts and learned how to talk to people and how to figure out who's actually going to work with you and who isn't. Spent all of 2023 making cold calls, probably cold calling on average, I believe, if I'm going to be humble, probably 12 hours a week. So I'm no like hardcore cold calling guy who's doing like the 40, 50 hour weeks on the phones. I was doing that on the doors, but by the time I got to the phone, man, I had tuckered myself out from so much cold prospecting. But I did a pretty good job. You know, maybe if I'm being gracious, I probably spent an average of 15 hours a week, 45 weeks of that year making cold calls. And then last year was 2024. My business actually decreased by a little bit. So in 2023, I sold 9 properties. 2024, I sold 7. And that was pretty disappointing for me. I was continually making cold calls. So that's pretty much what's been going on. I do want to let you guys in on a little insight. Cold prospecting is really hard. It's even for someone like me who's very, confident and happy and loves talking to people, calling strangers all day long, 3-4 hours a day, hearing, no, fuck off, not interested, I don't want to talk to you. Why are you calling me? How dare you call my cell phone? If you go to my Google reviews page, there's a review of me where someone's like, Ethan called my mobile phone incredibly unprofessional. Like, people just want to destroy you just for getting in touch with them. And on the other hand, some people really respect the hustle. So that kind of really helped me keep going. And but here's what happened. In the summer of 2022, I got mono. I don't know if any of you have ever been sick with mono, but it's like a hefty virus. And that was right when I was in like the peak of my door knocking era in the condos. I was really grinding door knocking on condos. Had to take a break, had to recover. But what happened is I really never fully recovered from the mono. So obviously I'm walking around, I'm healthy, I'm fine now. But throughout 2023 and 2024 mostly as well, I would keep like every 5 to 10 days, I would suddenly feel really headachy and like tired and need to take a break. 2023, I was probably working 40 hours a week, nothing crazy. 2020, 21, and 22, I was working somewhere between 60 to 80 hours most of the time. And then I would crash and burn and then not be able to do anything, but I would keep doing that over and over again, recycling. But by 2023, I was working a more normal schedule, just time blocking the cold calls and doing those. But since the mono, I just kept getting sick all the time. And I'm like, I'm a really healthy guy, eat really healthy. Like, what's going on? I'm working out all the time. It was really weird. And I went to a naturopathic doctor. I looked up all this stuff. I tried changing my diet. I tried all these things over multiple month cycles. And then I had this really weird breakthrough. Well, basically, I was isolating with a doctor that we thought that my illness was stress-induced. And so I was like, interesting. So I tried de-stressing and doing all these things. But what would happen is, if I would take a break from cold calling, I wouldn't get sick anymore. So straight up, after 4 years of the grind set Ethan, I was like really breaking my body down. That mono came in and boom, really messed me up. So I was never giving my body a full chance to recover because stress was always beating my immune system down. So I had this crazy idea. So here's what happened. In the middle of 2024, consistent, you're talking months on months of work for 5 to 10 days, feel sick, try and fix it, happens so much. I'm like, man, I just keep getting sick. This sucks. I also, in this process, was just learning the business, learning just how to be more humble and try and accept other people's ideas rather than my own. And I came up with this idea to just go grab coffee with some more experienced real estate agents. And this is right in the middle of me, grinding cold calls and being sick all the time. Check out this Boulder Creek. And some agents I met with were just giving me their wisdom and insights. And then one of them was like really adamant. They're like, stop making cold calls. Like, stop. Like, there's a better way. Like, I know this agent does, however many deals a year, like probably 40. And I had done, my record was like 9 at the time. And I'm like, I should probably listen to someone who's doing better work than me. And I attended this ninja selling course, which is all about how to sell real estate, based in Colorado, interestingly enough. And their whole philosophy was totally antithetical to cold outreach. So I'm like, thinking about this, and then so I just tried not cold calling for a little bit to see what happened, and I just stopped getting sick. And it all coincided with this learning from other real estate agents, taking this course that's all about how to build a business without doing cold outreach. And then I gave it a shot, and long story short, I basically retired from cold calling at the end of 2024. And this year, I've just been utilizing a system of just really trying to deepen my relationships with people who already know, like, and trust me, trying to provide as much value as possible to the marketplace. So rather than trying to reach as many people as possible, I'm trying to reach the people I know and I personally like and want to provide value to reach them in as meaningful a way as possible. So it's a totally different shift in mindset from all these old vlogs I used to make, where I was always just grind set, as many people as possible. How many people can I reach? How many people can I reach? How much or how big can I spread my net to reach as many people as possible and catch them all? Rather than doing that, really trying to provide meaningful value to the people that already know me. And I'll tell you guys, this year has been my definitely my favorite year in business. I think we're almost halfway through the year now, and I have done as much business in transaction volume as my best year just by the end of this half of the year, if that makes sense. So 2023, I sold 9 properties, and then 2024, I sold, I think it's only like 6. And now this year, I've already sold 7 maybe, but the transaction volume is equal to 2023. So I've done as much business in a single half year as I did in my best year altogether. Really, I credit that to just really loving on people and really doing the business the right way. So I always had these ideas about how to build the business that were given to me through books and through mentors on the internet and all this stuff. But I would say my business really shifts and becomes successful when I focus less on just rigid systems and grind, and more on really connecting with people in a meaningful and substantial way, whether that's writing people handwritten notes or providing them with really solid market information. There's so much more to be said on how I've improved the business over time, but I thought it'd be fun to do another vlog because I haven't done a vlog in a long time, and it's an exciting time to do a vlog because we're only halfway through the year, and I think the second half of 2025 will be even better than the first, just because when you give to others, you get back. Bringing it back to my core beliefs throughout all my old vlogs, enlightened self-interest, the idea of considering others above yourself is the best way to serve yourself at the deepest and most fulfilling level. So I've tried to live that out time and time again, but it takes learned wisdom in life and time to really see what it looks like in practice to actually practice what you preach, I guess. So that's the update for Create Change Realty, previously Climate Change Realty. Life has never been better in terms of business. It's more fulfilling than ever. I love the clients I work with. I'm able to help them in a really substantial way. And that's the vlog. That's the update, guys. For anyone who's been following along, I'm really grateful to you. I hope to keep giving you guys more and more better information, and continue expanding the impact of this project, which has is effectively my life's work. And I truly love what I do, and I really wish the same for you guys. It was a really grueling process. I did it in a really, really difficult way, where I wanted to just bang my head against the wall as many times as possible until I got the message, rather than just getting a mentor, joining a system. And it was a whole lot of fun along the way, and it was a whole lot of pain too. And I'm just so looking forward to the second half of this decade in business, because I think things really have turned a corner, and I'm in fantastic health. I don't have any issues with like mono resurging or any of that anymore. No more cold calls. I just spend my time calling and adding value to people who already know, like, and trust me. And I'm lucky, not only lucky that I live in a wonderful community like Boulder, but I'm lucky that I did all the outreach I need in the first 4 years to just develop relationships and build a beautiful, beautiful business. That's a 15-minute rant. So I'm wishing you all well, and I'm always available to anyone who would want to, reconnect, catch up, and chat. I love you guys. I love the world. I love people, and with everything that's going on, I think that's what we should focus on. So looking forward to loving on more people throughout the duration of my career, and thank you to anyone who is interested enough to watch a video. All right, peace out, y'all.